So I've been looking at some other lists, which I shouldn't have done, because it turns out half my games on theirs, and most of theirs on mine. I think 2025 was quite a polarising year. Let's just go over the rules. This list is strictly single player and strictly PlayStation 5. This is the Outer Worlds 2 running in the background from Obsidian. Heavily advertised, heavily anticipated, but I have seen no one say anything nice about it. It wasn't terrible, it was just much of a muchness, and some of the writing and character choice was a bit iffy to say the least, but it was a solid sequel, looked incredible. More of that Outer World stuff is appreciated, but it's certainly not my game of the year for 2025. It's got to be one of the most unsexy retro sci-fi video games ever produced. It's like it's made by someone's mum. I am Couch Coop, by the way. Now this one's a bit of a prickly entry because it's Monster Hunter Wilds and it very much bills itself as an online co-op experience, like totally. Monster Hunter obsessives will know that a single player experience is really important and being something that's seen before in the franchise. They put in all these crazy elongated tasks to get the decent sets. It turned into Monster Hunter grind towards endgame. Now Monster Hunter World, I think the whole novelty of that engine change, format change, lit everybody's fire, but to do it twice and to increase that online presence wasn't that great a thing, and a massive disappointment for me because I'm huge on that franchise, but still a great looking open world action ARPG. There's nothing really like it out there. I managed 8,000 Instagram followers, no one cares, just from capturing these sets. That's what you're seeing in the background here. Have we officially started? Is this your list? Is this on your Game of the Year 2025 single player list? Technically no, because it's not really a single player game, but I want it to be mentioned that if there's a bunch of you and you love that franchise, this is a great video game. In April of 2025, PlayStation 5 owners got access to 3 unbelievably good Microsoft exclusives: Forza Horizon 5, Indiana Jones The Centered Circle. There is one more, but that's for the next video. Getting my hands on these on my 9th generation console, getting to play it with the haptic triggers, seeing some amazing 4K resolution was a complete win for me this year. That one really stands out. I know they weren't released in 2025, but officially they were on that system. So I thought that was a really great piece of wholesome gaming. Everybody got to enjoy a really excellent bunch of IPs. Same thing happened to Helldivers 2. Xbox owners got to enjoy that incredible online experience for the first time. When they'll get Stellar Blade, however, is anyone's guess.
This is how it's done!
Der hat ihn umgelegt! Lauf lieber zu deiner Mama!
You might also be aware of some of my recent content. I put this video game, Borderlands 4, up against something that was made in 2019, and it did not fare up too well. Fair enough, the game I chose is impeccable and one of the best in its genre, but it still goes to show that this format is getting a bit aged, particularly on that single player front. That brings me back to the Monster Hunter Wilds analogy. This is a lot better in co-op. I think I may just be a little bit fatigued with that Borderlands single player experience. It didn't knock my hat off, and I was expecting it to, because Randy hyped that damn thing to the roof and wasted loads of money on a horrendous film.
Never saw it coming!
We've also got to talk about Assassin's Creed Shadows. Have we? Coop, there's a reason this isn't on anybody's list on the entire internet. I do actually feel genuinely bad for the tech guys, the developers, not the writers or the people that make decisions on stories or the message online about this game before it came out. Horribly handled, but it's brilliantly made and beautiful looking. Massive Shinobi open world game with AC mechanics. You can't really ask for more. But turning your ears off to all of that stuff around it on launch was almost impossible. And I think that was just too much for some people. Brackets, everyone.
Ordentes fortuna juvat!
Have we started, Coop? I think we've actually started. The first official entry for Single Player Game of the Year 2025 is, of course, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I was ridiculously harsh on this game on review because I know how high that standard is with the original. It is billed as one of the best in its class. This did feel a little bit long-winded when I first got to it, and some of the characters didn't exactly rub me up the right way, but all of that dissipated as you get to like hour 35-40. This is a 200-hour plus game. It's massive and really one of the most immersive medieval role-playing games available on current gen. So well done, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. You won me over in the end. It just took 4.5 months. Sir Hands. I played a few Souls-likes this year, Wu-Chang being one of them. I did want it to be better on a performance front, very healthy game, but not an official entry. I am going to go with the first Berserker, Khazan, despite it not having a pair of cheeks like this in it. Talking about the ones on the face, the ones on the face. Excellent looking, cel-shaded in places graphics, a really addictive loot system, nice looking bosses and levels. The first Berserker is definitely a strong game for 2025 and an excellent Souls-like. Sticking on the old hack and slash front, we are going to look at Ninja Gaiden 4. This is an official entry. This was in conjunction with Platinum. It's also a little bit softened up on difficulty with some added mechanics that make it slightly more forgiving in certain directions. But it's its speed, the design of everybody and everything within the game. And of course, I've always been a big fan of the franchise. It was great to have this on 9th gen. It did not disappoint and has not got mentioned enough. Please play Ninja Gaiden 4. You might have to buy a replacement pad afterwards, however. Has anybody awarded Doom Dark Ages anything at all in 2025? I totally understand the switch in format would annoy hardcore Doom fans, but it's an incredible AAA game and id is still delivering on quality. I really hoped it would do better on the award front. I had a great time with it. It looks fantastic on the PlayStation 5. It's a mainstay physical game. I don't put it in the same bracket as Eternal. I made an entire video about that only 300 people watched, link in description, but the dragon, the shield, the new gun, medieval aesthetic worked perfectly within the Doom canon. I really enjoyed myself with it. Don't listen to the naysayers or play Eternal. I want that to be my channel theme so bad. I think it might only be YouTube who sees the magnificence in that song. Metaphor took the slot that Expedition 33 should be in. I didn't actually play that game on PS5 in 2025. I only got to it on PC, put it on the channel. I know it's an incredible game. All that AI controversy didn't even put me off. I'll put it on the channel in 2026 because there's been a photo mode added, a load of free new content, and I really want to see how it performs on 9th gen console. It was great on my PC, but as you know, GTX 1660. Metaphor for me felt a little bit like a Persona game meets Astral Chain, with these avatars looking well cool and going through all these transformation animations. I feel a lot more at home with a turn-based JRPG, but those French developers really took it to the limit, and it was just a huge story for the year of how well that game performed. So you'll see it, but just not in this list.
俺が奴を引きつける
Hell Is Us is a very, very good video game. Again, not seen it on any of the other bigger name radars. So unhandholdy, it's refreshing. Also has big Souls-like elements, but not too many. Exploration's great, story's riveting, it's kind of sci-fi, it's got a lot of gore in it. Chronos from the Ashes is a game I didn't get to, unfortunately, and I would have loved to have been able to talk about it this year, and I did very politely email the developers. You lot could help me out with that by making me bigger than 25k. They'd probably take one look at that number and think, no, they got Rad Brad on speed dial. Fighting Cowboy gets 11 copies. I want to mention Snake Eater because this is a single player list and it's PlayStation 5. Technically this is a remake, and that was kind of a rule not to include remasters or remakes, but this is very much a large overhaul. And for somebody that was hands down obsessed with early Metal Gear games, this is a massive gift. They did a really good job on bringing it up to speed with current gen. I do think a lot of my love for the game may come from that nostalgia, and somebody who is completely wet behind the ears with Metal Gears may not see this as an efficiently designed stealth game. As mentioned in the review, you've got stuff like the Sniper Elite series out. That brings me to Matterfall from Rebellion, which again I should put on this list but didn't get to on PS5 this year. Promise that's coming, PC review in link. Oh no, Coop. Oh no! I'm trans Tifa and so's my butch gay lesbian wife. I think at some point, particularly with modern AAA games, you have to turn a deaf ear to the unbelievable amounts of noise on social media on their launches, because it will distract you. You have to look at the video game. I got a lot of separate the art from the artist comments in the original review, or separate the activism from the voice actor. It was all just a bit of a mess, not how I would have handled it, but that is all now technically water under the Japanese Garden Bridge. Ghost of Yotei is beautiful. It's the best looking game I own on my PlayStation 5. Full stop. None of that aforementioned racket really affects things when you're talking about combat, you're talking about the engine they're using, all the amazing weapons, effects. You would be shooting yourself in the foot by not playing this for the aforementioned reasons. And if you think about things, that's kind of what they want. For you not to enjoy stuff you love. Plus it will 100% go on PSN for 2026. And it didn't do very well at the awards, unfortunately. But I had, as said before, a great time with it. A category I wanted to briefly cover was most improved single player experience, and obviously Lords of the Fallen must get mentioned. It has been patched massively and is probably due another video on the channel, and we have a sequel on the horizon with a pretty amazing looking trailer, and we got to read the base AF's creators' tweets. No Man's Sky gave us a huge amount of new single-player and online content. The graphics are now eye-wateringly good. Both games have done a complete metamorphosis, and it's very impressive. couple of cheeky indie nominations and mentions. Silksong, one of the planet's best side-scrolling platformers, released in 2025 after an 18-year wait. And we had Voidbreaker. Never saw anyone even touch this in their award speeches or ceremonies. Made by one dude, completely amazing. It's roguelike as well. So yeah, that's kind of it. Fuck off. So Kojima's Death Stranding 2 is my game of the year single player for 2025. Best story for me, best engine. You heard me talking about Yotei being the prettiest game on this list. This is close second. Art style, soundtrack, characters, length, difficulty, open world aspects, a build on that original first game, it's all there. The games I didn't get to, Dying Light being one, Hades 2, which I thought was 2024, Silent Hill F also missed narrowly from being on this video. Every game I have spoken about, apart from those last two, have been reviewed, and I will link to all of them and timestamp. The next video is 2025's top local co-op games. It's a huge one for me and my audience, I hope. I wish you all a happy new year, and I look forward to seeing you down there. You're such a good kid.
Yo